Over the years, I've shared with you how we recycle our bodies with other sentient beings, including other human beings, animals, and plants. And that, in fact, with every air we breathe, we are inhaling matter and recycling matter of our bodies with other sentient beings. If I smell smoke from a smoker, perfume from another person, or even the explosion of intestinal gas, otherwise known as a fart, I'm inhaling matter from their bodies. Over a lifetime, I probably recycled my entire body with all beings on the planet. So, in the deeper reality, my body, even my mind, doesn't belong to me. So, is this a scientific fact? And what are the philosophical implications? So, let's look at breathing and molecular exchange. When we breathe, we inhale air that contains various molecules, including those exhaled by other organs. This process involves the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen, but also includes other trace gases and particles. These particles can include volatile organic compounds, otherwise known as VOCs, from plants, animals, and even other humans. So, smell is a form of molecular interaction. The sense of smell is a direct result of inhaling airborne molecules that interact with olfactory receptors in our noses. But you'll see that we have smell receptors in other organs of our body as well. When you smell smoke, perfume, or other odors, you're indeed inhaling tiny particles that originated from these sources. This means that the molecules you're detecting have been part of another entity's physical presence. The recycling of our body matter is a constant state of renewal. For example, the cells lining the stomach are replaced every few days, and skin cells are shed and replaced regularly. This cellular turnover involves the recycling of elements like carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen, which are part of the global biogenochemical cycles. Elements essential for life, such as carbon dioxide and nitrogen, circulate through the biosphere in processes like the carbon cycle and nitrogen cycle. These cycles involve the movement of these elements through the atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, and biosphere. As a result, the atoms that make up our body have been likely part of many other organs over time. So, from a philosophical standpoint, the idea that my body does not belong to me reflects the interconnectedness of all life forms. The molecules that constitute our bodies today have been part of other organisms in the past and will continue to be part of other entities in the future. This perspective emphasizes the shared nature of the physical world and the transient nature of individual ownership of matter. So many cultures and spiritual traditions embrace the concept of interconnectedness, viewing life as a continuous flow of energy and matter. This perspective aligns with the scientific understanding of the molecular exchange and recycling, highlighting the unity of life on Earth. Now, let's go a little bit deeper into this understanding of smell, because there are smell receptors in many organs in our body. So when we look at smell receptors in various organs, we see that smell receptors, also known as olfactory receptors, have been found in unexpected locations, such as the kidneys, heart, and even the sperm. This suggests that these receptors may serve as a general purpose chemical sensors throughout the body, playing roles in physiological processes beyond just olfaction. The presence of olfactory receptors in diverse tissues implies that they are involved in various physiological functions, such as regulating blood pressure in the kidneys or modulating immune responses. This challenges the traditional view of olfactory receptors as solely responsible for detecting external odors. The distribution of these receptors across different organs may also reflect an evolutionary adaptation where chemical sensing capabilities were repurposed for various physiological functions. This supports the idea of evolutionary recycling, where biological components are adapted for new functions over time. So, the philosophical implications are many. Interconnectedness of senses and body. The presence of olfactory receptors throughout the body highlights the interconnectedness of sensory systems and physiological processes. It suggests that our understanding of perception and bodily functions is more integrated than previously thought, blurring the lines between different sensory modalities and bodily functions. But what about redefining the sense of self? Philosophically, this finding challenges the notion of the self as a distinct entity separate from what we call the environment. If our bodies are constantly sensing and responding to chemical cues internally and externally, it suggests a more fluid boundary between the self and the surrounding world. This could lead to a broader understanding of identity and consciousness as being deeply interconnected with the environment. Also, there are smell receptors in the heart, in the brain, in the kidneys, in the genitalia, in the liver. So, my friends, your body doesn't belong to you, nor does your mind, because every thought that we have is entangled with other thoughts. The mind is an embodied and relational process that regulates the flow of energy and information in the ecosystem of sentient beings. So now we have a basis also for what traditional systems of healing have used for a long time. Aromatherapy, sensory modulation through not only the sense of smell, but the sense of sight, the sense of taste, the sense of hearing and music. Every sense can be used for healing the body-mind. However, even deeper, this raises the question, who am I? Who are you? Our bodies are part of one body. Our mind is part of one mind. And the whole thing, this whole dynamic activity, is happening in one consciousness. If we truly understood this, we would know what love is. Not a mere sentiment, not a mere emotion, but the ultimate truth at the heart of creation, which is unity consciousness. You and I and all that exists, all our bodies, minds, and our perceptions are a unified process in a single, infinite, non-local, irreducible, borderless, formless, fundamental consciousness that is spaceless, timeless, and without cause. And just knowing this and experiencing this is reason for infinite joy at the mere fact of existence. To take our existence for granted and walk around the city like biological robots is a waste of a lifetime. Furthermore, this sense of separation leads to all kinds of conflicts, bullying, hacking, attacking, criticizing, condemning, complaining, unhappiness, suffering. The cure, the cure for all suffering is to know yourself. That self is the self of the universe.